Welcome to day 2487 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey and sharing lessons learned, especially this month in No Nonsense November. We're doing a tip and tool every single day that you can use to put into effect one of the biggest lessons that I personally learned over my last 4+, almost 5, just tipping on the edge of 5 decades in business and in corporate America, as well as in running, owning, operating, sharing, coaching, consulting, etc., with different businesses in different industries across the board. And today's tip or tool is letting go of control. Letting go of control of things that we actually don't have any control over in the first place. I use the example of weather in our Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group lesson and page today, as well as shared Karen's story in guide 2. And I can't remember which she was not letting go of off the top of my head this morning, but it's there if you want to access it and read it. It's free, so just go join the group, go to guide 2 and read her story and other people's stories too. For each day of the challenge, I've shared somebody's story of how they applied the lesson or the tool or the tip or the strategy that we're using or the concept for that given day. I think it's powerful to have other people's stories, and I try to share how I've applied it or am going to apply it, and then somebody else's story as well, because that's at least 2 different perspectives. So often when we're facing a challenge or a struggle or trying to control something that is absolutely positively outside of our control, we feel like we're the only one. But the truth is, and the internet has made this so much more apparent, we are never the only one that's thinking something at any given time. When we're experiencing something, there are probably millions of other people, if not even a billion people, experiencing something similar or the exact same thing, right? No matter how bizarre, how strange the situation, we're never alone. We're never the only ones going through it. Although the world and it makes us feel that way for some reason. I'm not sure. I guess because we're individuals, we live as individuals and are purpose-driven creatures to create our own life, yet we're all connected and we're all interacting all the time. So something to think about. So today our tool was the letting go worksheet. And there are actually, I think there's probably a worksheet for anything you can imagine on the internet nowadays. There's millions of different things. All you have to do is Google it and you get like dozens and dozens of images of worksheets that you can of course buy from Etsy or Amazon or Canva or all kinds of places. I say you don't need to do that. One of the best things I've learned about life and creating our own life is, as we want a tool, we create our own, because we create what's most important to us. So we can say, well, what triggered, what is the thing I want to let go of? What triggered that for me? What is it going on in my life that's making me pay attention to that, much less know that I need to reevaluate and think about letting it go? And then what are some ways to be proactive about letting it go? I have to, for certain really ingrained beliefs that are so screwed up, I don't even know where they came from, and I don't want to really spend a lot of time reflecting on where they came from. I just want to get rid of them. I will do physical things to let them go. So there's a worksheet with balloons on it. I don't remember if it's Canva or Etsy, but it says, what am I thinking or believing that I want to let go of? And you write in the balloons, and then you imagine yourself and visualize yourself actually letting that balloon and that false belief and thought, because it's not true for us. We want to let go of it so it doesn't impact our decisions and our lives. So I really like that, because I've actually done that. I've actually taken things that were bothering me, rolled them up, wrote them on a piece of paper, rolled them up inside the balloon, blew the balloon up, and let it go, and watched it float away down the river. Is that the best thing for the environment? No, but everybody's not going to do it. Everything that we share with people, that's why I laugh when people tell me that they're afraid to share their information and their expertise with the world. And I'm like, you're not the only one that knows how to do this. You have your own unique spin and perspective on it, but I guarantee there are thousands of people out there that already know what you know. But if you're the first one to show it, that gives you a competitive, and share it, that gives you a competitive advantage, and people will come to you for more help and more advice and more of your expertise, because they know no matter how much you're giving away, it's not everything, right? I try to give away everything I know, but it's still only the tip of the iceberg of what I have to offer people, right? So we don't ever have to be afraid of that. I remember in corporate America, that's, I think, a lot of, in school, we're always competing against each other for grades, right? Because there's a curve and everybody's competing against everybody else. Or in corporate America, everybody's competing against everybody else for the few promotions as, you know, the organizational chart narrows at the top. I think that's where that comes from, that, well, if I hoard this little piece of information and nobody else knows it, and I'm the only one that knows it, then I'm invaluable and I'll get the promotion and I won't get fired. Wrong. Not the way it works. Wish it was, right? Wish I had control over that, right? Little puppet strings. So I like this topic. I love this topic a lot because I know it's something that I will spend the rest of my life doing, right? Things are going to come up. Things are going to challenge us. And part of it will be within our control. We always have control over how we respond, how we react, what we say and do, even though sometimes we let the little devil on our shoulder react for us, and then we got to backpedal and fix it because we opened our big blabby mouth without thinking first. Does that ever happen? Yeah, it happens to all of us. So think today about something that you've been wanting to let go of, and just go online, Google a worksheet, look at the worksheet, see what the prompts are, and then if you find it a valuable exercise, create one of your own. I created one of my own, I don't know, 10 years ago, more than that, probably 15, 20 years ago, because there was junk that was coming up in my life and in my businesses, and I was realizing I was the bottleneck, and if I didn't get over my mental mindset stuff and thinking I had to control everything and have my fingers in every pie, I was never going to grow and build and supersize my business. So, lessons learned every day, and this is a biggie. If I can help you in any way, if you've got something, you're like, okay, I've been letting go of this thing and letting go of this thing, it's not working for me, and you need some creative ideas of how to go about doing that, hit me up because I have a whole slew of them. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.